today we're going to talk about the Essence Fairy Wings and Magic Things palette. There are 16 eyeshadows in here. Every single one of them is a shimmer. I didn't realize that when I was at the store because they were doing something weird with their lighting, and so it kept coming on and off. They're not like glitters, they're just shimmery. Let's swatch this and see if we can make it work at all. So I'm just going to do row by row and show you. I have gotten a couple things from Essence that I just love. So I was really hoping I was going to love this eyeshadow palette. So this is Fireflies, Unicorn Tears, Wizard's World, and Once Upon a Time. So then we have the second row, which is better than the first one, thank God. Dragonflies, Off to Fairyland, It's Magic, and Fairy On, which is the pink. And then on the other side, we have Fairy Wand. So on this side, we have Fairy Wand, Pixie Dust, Ice Castle, and Treasure Island. They're so patchy. So then we have Genie in a Palette, True Love's Kiss, Cinderella, and Mesmerizing. And there are a few of them that are swatching pretty matte, so we're gonna give it a try. I have a feeling I'm gonna end up taking this back to Ulta, and it wasn't even because of the swatches. I was so excited when I got this, and I came home, and without swatching or anything, I did a look, and the eyeshadow color within seconds disappeared off my lid. It was crazy. We're gonna see if I can't make this work, because these swatches, as you can see, they're patchy, they're peeling up, or piling up, or whatever you want to call it. It's a bad situation. I have on Urban Decay Primer Potion, and as we all know, that's a great primer. These are so powdery, and I don't even know how I did it, but I just put a gouge in that one there. That's it. And this was $9.99, and at first I was like, all right, it's a $10 palette. But then I got thinking about Wet n Wild palettes that are like $5.99. These are terrible, or at least this one is terrible. So I guess I'm gonna end up doing like a blue and pink look. I don't know, I wish the lighting had been better at Ulta because I would have realized it was probably gonna be a problem. So to even make sure, like to dead sure make sure that my issues are with the palette, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some Pretty Vulgar setting powder and set my primer. Now I rarely do this. I'm gonna grab Fairy On first, putting in my outer corner and crease. I am using a Wayne Goss brush. I got that built up to the color of the palette. It did take quite a bit to do it. So now I'm going to take True Love's Kiss and just build up that outer corner. So that first shade, Fairy On, went on really matte. This True Love's Kiss is going on very shimmery. So you really gotta pay attention to these and how they actually perform on the lid and not just in the pan. The True Love's Kiss is a beautiful shade. It's like just this gorgeous, delicate pink with like a nice shimmer to it. Oh good lord, look at the amount of fallout I've got going on. So I was gonna kind of go with like a pink and blue look, but I'm really liking the way the pinks are going on at the moment. So I'm gonna take Once Upon a Time, which is very, very pale, and I'm gonna try to sort of blend everything together. I'm gonna grab some NYX glitter glue and put it in the center of my lid. This stuff will make pretty much anything shimmers just really pop, and it's super, super affordable. It's also super forgiving, so you can put it on over the top of eyeshadow you've already put down, usually without too much trouble. I'm gonna grab some more of the True Love's Kiss, which is this pink here with the shimmer in it, and I'm just gonna use my finger and pat that on. I'm gonna grab some more of the Once Upon a Time and just bring that in more. And this color, Once Upon a Time, is not very good. I'm having a really hard time getting it to go on and stay on, and I do have glitter glue there. It's doing what I was having a problem with the other day, where you blink a couple times and the shade just completely disappears on you. It goes down to like a little bit of shimmer, and that's all you can see of it. There's no shade to it. It's just the white shimmeriness that's in the actual shadow, you know, that gives it the shine. It's not the actual color of the shadow. I'm just gonna spray a brush, a little tiny brush with some Make It Last from Milani. I'm gonna go into Fairy Wand, which is this silver here, for my inner corner. And actually what I'm ending up doing is to sort of make that do what it's supposed to do. I'm kind of bringing that over the top of the other shade, because that Fairy Wand with the Milani on it really does like work better. If you really dampen your brush, I'm getting way more out of them. But if you dampen it too much, they completely disappear. I was like, okay, a little bit made it work better. Maybe a whole lot will make it work great. No. And it's cleaning up under my eye. I do not have on any foundation or concealer. Some Wet n Wild Rose Primer Serum. And then over that, I just put on some Primed and Poreless from Too Faced. And that's it. That's all I did for my base. I'm just going to use some Wet n Wild concealer. I have to go over this with another concealer. The shade of it is not great for my under eye area. But that stuff is like amazing. It really sits down a nice base that sort of floats there. Okay, I can't find my ColourPop concealer. So I'm going to use my Milani. So I'm using my Pretty Vulgar setting powder to set down under my eyes. Back into the palette we go. And I haven't really used up any shades, so I am going to try a little bit of Mesmerizing on the outer corner, and then off to Fairyland and a little bit. And I'm just using a really tiny brush for this. Pick up a little bit of that Mesmerizing. And then I'm just going to grab some more of the Fairy Wand for the very inner corner area. And again, spray it with some Milani setting spray. This is fading around the top portion where I used Fairy On. So I'm going to grab a little more of that and try to build that back up. Because right now it's all disappearing up there. And I don't know if you guys will be able to see that issue or not, because the lights in here are going to pick up any amount of pink up there. It's going to pick it up and sort of highlight it, whether or not it's actually fading or not. I only own one felt tip eyeliner because I have no reason to own multiples. It's just my Smashbox one. Soap and Glory makes a really nice one called Cat Eyes. Alright, and I'm just doing a little bit of a kitten flick on the edge there. And then I'm going to use my Wander mascara. I'm back and my look is all done. Oh, this palette. I'm going to shut my eyes, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it's already pulling off right here on my inner corner where I have the Fairy Wand at, and it's getting worse as it goes. I'm going to try to put some more back on there, but very rarely will those stay once it starts doing that. As you can see, just putting that little bit on this side, the difference in shade, it had faded. So this side compared to this side, huge difference. And that's just because I just dipped back in and put it back on there, so it brought back the vibrancy that you initially get. Fades pretty quickly. I have a really good eye primer down, which is slowing that. When I didn't have an eye primer down the other day, it was like that fast. It was crazy. I was like, holy crap. Samson decided he wanted to come by and say hi. Yeah, what do you think of my look? Yeah, you think it's pretty? Yeah, you think it's pretty? Of course you. He's the best dog ever. So, blinked again, right back off. There are a ton of things from Essence that I have fallen in love with. This palette, the Fairy Wings and Magical Things, I don't know if this is indicative of their other eyeshadow palettes in their pressed powders or their singles. I haven't tried any of those. I did get that eyeshadow base that I love. Like, oh my god, it is so good. I think it's $3.59 or something. It's amazing. So I was really hoping that the eyeshadows were going to also be amazing. Unfortunately, they're just not. They peel off, they fade really bad. You really have to pack on the shadow to get them on there. The fallout is It's not the worst I've ever seen, but it's not great. I think the look is pretty and it's very youth appropriate. I was expecting more. I mean, the Wet n Wild palettes that I've gotten that were $5.99 have been amazing lately, and the other stuff I tried from Essence, I loved. It's killing me to say that this is terrible. It's not good. I don't recommend it to anybody. If you're a mom and you're looking for an eyeshadow palette for your child who wants to play with makeup, okay, it's great because it has a lot of colors and it's not going to cause a huge problem. It's not super expensive. So yeah, for that, I think it's great. Although I still think that there's better ones out there for that. It's pretty, the packaging is pretty. I was really hoping for more from it, and what I got, I was just like, oh. So I think I'm going to try to return it, but now I put a gouge in it. I don't know if they're gonna let me. I just was that disappointed in it, and I rarely return anything. Can you tell that it's already fading even more? Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye! Say bye, Tim Tim.